Lizzo basically represents toxic positivity. Hi, welcome to me talking about whatever I want. Today I'm going to be talking about Lizzo. So first off, I want to do a little comment shout out from yesterday's video. This one goes out to Midnight CHR, who says, "I was surprised when I saw this video. I thought I died, but I revived myself so I could watch this. It was worth it." Honestly, if you don't revive yourself to watch my videos from the dead, then are you a real fan? But all jokes aside, I want to say thank you so much for the support on that last video. I think I got like 3,000 subscribers in that one day that I posted it, which is more than I expected. I actually like uploading to the second channel because I feel like it's more like a one-on-one conversation. It's like a lot more laid back. No, actually, I'm probably still going to get hate on this video. And that is because we're talking about none other than the incomparable Lizzo. Now, when you bring up Lizzo on the internet, the conversation tends to immediately go in a certain direction, and while I can understand why, I kind of want to reel us back away from that and talk about her music for a second. Lizzo's voice is incredible, and if you listen to Truth Hurts on the radio and you think you know what I mean, trust me, Truth Hurts is probably one of her least interesting songs. Do yourself a favor and find a performance of "'Cause I Love You." That lady can sing. Another thing I really like about Lizzo is her lyrics. You know, it's not the typical pop lyrics of, "Oh, I love you, but you don't love me, so guess I'm gonna be sad forever." Somebody put that to a beat. I literally deserve the #1 spot on Billboard. She has songs about all kinds of things, like, you know, self-love, confidence. She has one song about exercise, like literally about exercise. Who writes calisthenics into what their song other than Lizzo? I have a lot of respect for a lot of the things that she does. However, that's pretty much all the good things I have to say about her. The thing about Lizzo is, like, it's illegal to criticize her, basically, because you get instantly labeled as insert whatever label they choose that time. And I think because of this, she's been put on this untouchable pedestal, which makes it really difficult to have a conversation about things that might actually be an issue. For example, she straight up stole "Truth Hurts." I think it's her most popular song, and the most popular line in that song, it goes like, "I just took a DNA test, turns out I'm 100% that B." I'm not going to say the word because, you know, we respect women in this household. And the thing is, like, that was Lizzo's trademark line. Like, the moment everyone heard that, they were like, okay, this lady means business. It was so iconic that she tried to trademark it so she could sell it on merch, but that turned out to be a problem because she didn't come up with it. These two random guys, Jeremiah and Justin Raisin or something, they claimed that they wrote a significant portion of that song and Lizzo refused to credit them. And I don't think that's true personally. I feel like they were just trying to get some money because Lizzo threatened to sue them over saying that, so she's pretty confident that that's not the case. However, one of the things that they brought up was that iconic "I just took a DNA test" line wasn't even Lizzo's, but was from a meme. So Lizzo refused to give them their songwriting credit, which they didn't deserve. But magically, after their accusations, she wound up giving credit to the original person who came up with that line, Lioness. No, that's too hard to say. So the issue with that is, like, it's really disingenuous, right? Like, you're not going to give songwriting credit to somebody whose songwriting lyric you took until you're being accused by somebody else of stealing. She was just being super shady about it. She was like, "I saw it in a meme, but I later learned that a tweet inspired that meme." First of all, that's a phrase that somebody came up. I don't know why I'm explaining it like you don't know why it's a problem. It's a problem. The thing is too, Lioness had tried to bring up the fact that Lizzo completely took her tweet and put it in her song and profited off of it. But Lizzo had initially said she didn't see it. So it's all starting to get really confusing. Unless you consider the fact that she's a liar. And the way Lizzo refused to give any room for this smaller artist to express herself is really reminiscent of the time Lizzo called out her Uber driver for eating her food or something. But, like, you as a celebrity cannot be putting smaller people like that on blast when they don't have a platform to defend themselves. That's pretty much instantly going to make everyone dislike you. But anyway, in the end, Lizzo pretty much escaped that situation with her reputation still intact. I don't think there's like a Lizzo hate wave after that. Everyone was pretty much fine because, let's be honest, nobody cares about artist credit to begin with except artists. But then Lizzo basically made sure that everyone disliked her by doing that thing at the basketball game. Now, if you don't know about that thing at the basketball game, I'm really reluctant to insert a picture of that thing at the basketball game. Basically, you've either seen it or you haven't. Lizzo was at a basketball game and she was just minding her own business in this black dress Well, the camera pans over to her and she stands up and reveals that this dress, it was more along the lines of something you would expect to see in... Basically, that dress left little to the imagination, and while she was in full view of the camera, she began her legendary twerking. So honestly, it was like embarrassing for her, mostly because nobody wanted to see that. And let's say we did want to see that at a basketball game for some reason. There were children there, so like, what was she thinking? It's super weird. So of course Twitter went off because that's what Twitter does. There were so many memes about what happened. So many that I don't feel like putting even one in. But at the same time, as weird of a situation as that was, it was still very much Lizzo, right? Who else would have the confidence, I guess, to start twerking on camera at a basketball game in a cutaway dress? But is that really confidence? That's kind of what I'm getting at in this video. In fact, she kind of proved this point because she did a live stream after that where she was trying to talk about how unaffected she was. But while I was watching a recap of that live stream, that's when it finally dawned on me. The thing I'd started seeing behind like the Lizzo mask. She is not confident at all. Everything about her image is fake. Now, obviously, that's the case with any singer. I remember Dr. Phil had said something like, K-pop stars are manufactured, and then K-pop Twitter was getting extremely angry with Dr. Phil. Actually, should I make a video about that? I feel like I should. Let me know if I should make a video about whether or not Jimin is manufactured. So it's not really Lizzo's fault that her whole thing is fake. But the thing is, she seems to really believe it. In this live stream, for example, where she was trying to show us how she didn't care that Twitter didn't like her little basketball game stunt, she started like showing off her house. She showed like the view from her window, and that's just not the mark of a confident person. Like, if you have to use material possessions to show that you're emotionally secure, you're just not. That's kind of how it goes. And the thing is too, she kept repeating that she didn't care, she didn't care, she didn't care. And even a first grader knows the more times you repeat that you're not affected by something, that's a safe bet that that's definitely affecting you. So I'm not going to say that that ruined her music because that's like a really dramatic way of putting it, but it did kind of take away some of the initial charm that drew me to her in the first place. Her lyrics are shallow. Like, if we have somebody who's obviously not that confident, blasting forward this message and being turned into like this beacon of confidence and positivity, Lizzo basically represents toxic positivity, which I didn't know was a thing until I really started thinking about her whole situation, but looking at the puzzle pieces is definitely a thing. Sometimes it's okay to say things affected you. Sometimes it's okay to say, hey, everyone was flaming me on Twitter really hard, and that made me feel really, really bad. Honestly, her music started to depress me when I started to think about the discrepancy between how Lizzo acts and how she really is. It's probably really hard to put up that front 24/7, and I think supporting that and kind of hyping her up like, yes, positivity queen, that's maybe not the best course of action. The thing about Lizzo is, like, I feel like she doesn't realize that she is as good as she says she is in her songs. She's kind of flexing the wrong way. I don't really care how pretty your house is or how rich you are or how many #1 Billboard spots you have. I mean, Justin Bieber has showed us how easy it is to get the #1 spot on Billboard. Oh wait, he didn't get it. But there are things about Lizzo that I admire. For example, she has massive support. Like, just the network of people who support everything she does and who are always there with positivity under everything she puts out. That, to me, is very admirable. That's something you should be flexing, in my opinion, more so than you have a nice house. If that's not enough, she's super talented. Really, we should be talking about her performance in 'Cause I Love You. Have I mentioned that you need to listen to 'Cause I Love You? Because her performance in 'Cause I Love You is really good. I mean, this lady can play the flute and twerk at the same time. If that is not enough to tell you that she is changing the music industry, I don't know what is. I don't want somebody to preach a message to me that they haven't fully learned for themselves. I'd be much more interested in Lizzo's journey to become a more confident person than her label or her fans or whoever it is telling her, hey, you have to be this positive person 24/7. Because then I feel like there's room for everyone to grow, versus Lizzo repeatedly just running into the wrath of Twitter because she doesn't really conduct herself in a way that a confident person would. The thing is, people are relentless on the internet, and that is why she's so consistently targeted, because she is so insecure. Anyway, I just really felt like saying everything I just said in this video because I feel like we're not allowed to say it. You know, if you criticize her at all, people will say you're body shaming, or you hate women, or you just don't want to see someone like Lizzo succeed. And it's like, I pretty much am half a song away from being a Lizzo stan. It's just all this fakeness and toxicity and the call outs I really can't get behind. So yeah, in this video, I just want to prove you can criticize her without comparing her to Adele. That's the thing everyone always does. Or, you know, without making it about how she looks. I'm more so criticizing the message behind it, because I feel like as long as we're making her such an untouchable pillar, she's really never going to be able to reach the message that she herself is trying to spread to everybody else. But ultimately, in conclusion, who cares?